Hey, so I'm back again. I paused it, but continuing on here. One thing I saw, because I kind of went and looked at some of the positive stuff, what they call non-scale victories. In the same form, I'm still in the same form, by the way, and I'm getting a fucking treasure chest or trove. And I mean, frankly, there's almost like, too much good stuff here, but we can live with that. No big deal. So the reason I'll continue doing this anyway once I'm taking my Adderall. I able to hear Laura and Eden playing outside my office too. I'm at home here. It's a Saturday. Okay. So anyway, there's a bunch of good stuff here because we do want to we want to look at pain points. We want to look at what's like the crappy shit because we want to dimensionalize it and their pain points and falling off the wagon, keto fails. But I started looking through this, right? And there's a bunch of ones I'm going to read. But as I was going through, No Longer Diabetic is great, obviously. Buying Smaller Pants. And then you've got this Off to Goodwill with You, which I have not read yet. But I just thought about that, right? And came over here and started writing from a victory, so victories and failures. I mean, so I kind of dimensionalized this. But going to Goodwill again to donate large clothes that don't fit anymore. And then I sort of even went into like that person's voice, right? My husband says I do too much shopping, and he's right, but it's also not my fault because literally none of my old clothes fit anymore. What am I supposed to do? Walk around naked? I really like that. Potentially somewhere in the lead, maybe, if not at least the story. I mean, you can dimensionalize it later in the story. It could be part of the lead, even if you're not going to do a painful lead. You could do like a more emotional lead of kind of like, basically they know me by my first name at Goodwill because I am coming in every week. Like I'm not just philanthropic. Everyone uses that word from market. Like I'm not just like a charitable person, although of course I am believe in that. But it's because I just keep dropping off more and more of my clothes. In fact, my closet's almost empty, and it's not that I'm giving away everything or that I only have a few months to live, but because I just keep losing so much weight. Literally none of my clothing fits anymore. It is all way too big and too baggy. And so, I started shopping and, I'm having so much fun picking out sexy dresses and, flattering shirts and blouses and even shoes. Like it's more fun trying on shoes because my feet aren't fat. My husband is annoyed. He says I'm shopping too much, but what am I going to do? Walk around naked? I can't. That's all thanks to the keto diet, but not just any keto diet. In fact, I tried the keto diet for over a year and continued to fail. I would lose weight and then stall or, limit my carbs but not go into ketosis or have no energy and be tired even though I lost some weight, and it was just all up and down. So in fact, I really thought the keto diet just wasn't for me or going to work, but that's before I discovered this simple keto breakthrough that I want to share with you inside this presentation. It's a way that I was able to finally get into ketosis with startling speed. In fact, it took me just a couple of days and started losing weight, but it's also helped me to stay in ketosis for, months since I started to where here I am today having to give away my entire wardrobe. And yes, it actually is kind of expensive having to buy new clothes, but God, it's also a lot of fun. And if it means I'm going to live another 10, 20, 30 years and, then it's worth it. And it's worth it to see the way that my husband looks at me and, how he can't take his eyes off me, how other people react to me, how fun it is going on vacation and feeling comfortable putting on my swimsuit, seeing the love handles go. I mean, we talk about love handles on the side of our stomach and sure in our belly and then I've had those, but it's like I feel like my love handles were everywhere, not just the size of my stomach but in my back. Like I had kind of fat in my back, these folds of fat in my ankles, my legs. I mean, instead of a love handle, it was more like a love canvas because my entire body was just covered in these lumps of fat. But that's all gone now. In fact, I'm skinnier than I've ever been, and my cholesterol is down, my blood sugar is down, I have so much energy, I'm sleeping better. Honestly, I feel less hormonal than I've been in a long time. And again, it's all thanks to this keto diet breakthrough that I found and that I want to share with you inside this video. And so if you felt frustrated by the keto diet in the past, if you feel like whether you've never tried it and you want to but you're scared or don't know where to start, or you feel like you've tried in the past and failed, or if you are afraid of macros and counting calories and carbs, don't know how much protein you should have, any of these things, then I want you to really stick with me, because what I'm about to show you is just hands down the easiest, fastest way to start burning fat and losing weight in ketosis. And in fact, it doesn't require you to count any macros. In fact, it doesn't require you to take any supplements. I'll tell you more about why most keto supplements are garbage in a minute. Instead, it just requires you to do these 3 simple steps that make getting into ketosis, staying in ketosis, and then thriving in ketosis incredibly simple. And I'm going to share them with you right now. So who am I? Well, I'm so-and-so, and here's my emotional story. We don't have the emotional story yet, but we'll get there. But yeah, so I don't know, man. This is the power of research, in my opinion, is like, I'm looking at this keto diet stuff, and then getting ideas, looking at pain points and problems. I'm going to keep doing that, and some emotional stuff. I'm going to look at horror stories in a minute. I'll film a video on that. First, I'm going to go through and look at more positive language and other victories to add in here. It's my next step. But that's sort of just the power of this research, is like you just get one good idea that can get your wheels turning so rapidly and so cool. And so we'll see if I even use this as a hook or not. I probably will. I'm part of the hook. I think I'm going to incorporate it into the copy no matter what. But I just thought the goodwill thing was so cool, and so I want to share that. So I'll come back and I'll share, rather than film myself doing all of this research, as I find other interesting stuff, I'll come back and do another video.